Hey, and welcome back to the Productive Mompreneur Season 2. I'm your host, Jaquela Lynn. Let's just dive right in. You're probably like, where the heck have you been, girl? Right? Well, let me just tell you, we had some major life changes. We did some things, and now we are back into our groove. And I chose to take that time off so that I can give my 100% because all about productivity and balancing your time and your energy the way you need to. And so I needed to put my time, my focus, my energy into the changes that we were making in our lives. And so, what have I been up to, right? So, first and foremost, we are no longer in a house. We bought an RV. We decided to homeschool our kids. I told you guys about that at the end of season 1. We decided to homeschool our kids. We bought an RV. We're traveling the country and we're just spending our time get, getting to know one another, getting to know our kids a little bit better, helping ourselves to truly chase after the lives that we love, that we deserve, that we want to live, right? And so that's what we're doing. So I now live in an RV with my 3 sons and my husband, and our boys are 10, 6, and 4. They are keeping us busy in that tiny living space, but it has been such a joy. So far, we've been to Florida, of course, because that's where I live. We've also been to the Carolinas, North and South, Maryland, Georgia, Kentucky, Indiana, and Ohio. So we've been to those places so far, and it's been amazing. And just teaching my kids based on where we are, the history of that area, just really getting them to understand life from a different perspective, a different lens has been beautiful. It has its challenges. Don't get me wrong. Don't think I'm out here like, oh, this is so perfect and everything is great. It does have its challenges, but I must say that I'm enjoying this lifestyle that we're living. And I'm learning how to recreate productivity for myself in this new environment, in this tiny environment. It's such a tiny environment. So you've got to really figure out like what does productivity look like to you? And so this season is all about figuring out what productivity looks like for you. Because what I tell you is productive may not be productive for you. What I tell you is important to implement into your daily schedule may not work for you. And that's okay. We're going to figure this out together this season on what works for us, what's going to look good, what's going to help us to be the best versions of ourselves. With that being said, I just wanted to hop on here and let you know I'm back. Coach Quay. And I'm super excited to just share all of the goodness that I've been doing. So I'll be talking to you from wherever I am. I'll talk to you about different cities that we're in, how we're finding productivity in that city. And I'll also be bringing people on. So sometimes you'll see them in person. Sometimes you'll hear them just on the podcast, depending on what our situations are, because sometimes I cannot video. I cannot do video in the RV all the time. Listen, y'all. Sometimes it looks a mess in there. Sometimes my kids are loud in there. Sometimes when it is hot outside, the AC is roaring in there, and there is no way I can record a podcast while in the RV. So we will figure some things out. Sometimes it'll look a little different, it'll sound a little different, but I am here, I am back, and this season is about to take off. We've got some amazing guest interviews that we'll be doing, people for you to connect with, just some things to help you to truly live the best life you're creating, right? So that's what's going on with us. We have moved and transitioned into an RV. We're homeschooling now, so the kids are no longer in traditional school. We've been doing a lot of traveling. My husband is even figuring out what productivity looks like for him because he works full time. He has a full-time job and he has to figure out what productivity looks like for him now in this space that we're in. So we've had to figure out where we're working at. And I'm telling y'all, it is really hard to have a workspace when you've only got 30 feet up. What do we have? 39 feet of RV. And so sometimes I have to kick everybody out. We clean up, then I kick them all out. When it's clean in there, I kick everybody out and I use that opportunity to go live, to record stuff, to do everything that I need to do in that moment because once the kids are back, it's loud, it's active, the RV be rocking. But I am enjoying this journey so far, and I'm excited to share it with all you moms and all you entrepreneurs and just whoever is listening across the world to let you know that it is possible to do the things that make you happy, that you do not have to stay inside of a box. You do not have to follow what society tells you to do. Everyone keeps asking me, when are you going to get another house? I'm like, why? We let go of a house for a reason because we didn't want to be confined to any set structure of anyone but ourselves. We're creating our own structure, we're creating our own life, we're teaching our kids the way we want them to be taught, and we're living a lifestyle that we want to live. So this season is all about doing what makes me happy, doing what makes my family happy, doing what works for us, and not following the social norms and what society tells us we have to do. So strap your shoes on or your skates or whatever and get ready to enjoy season 2 with us. Thanks so much for adding me to your to-do list. Welcome back for season 2 and go do something productive. Peace.
You already know. Coach Quay.